Fenyx, fighting with all her might, had nearly reached Olympus on her quest to defeat Typhon, the dreaded god destroyer.
What is up, guys? ZackScott here.
But first, she would have to plunge into the Forge Land.
We're gonna let Prometheus talk.
Once home to Hephaestus, god of fire, hammer, anvil, and forge, these were now godless lands. Scorched, laid to waste. What was not dead was dying. Chaos reigned. For here, monsters roamed free.
Can you not tell this story like I wasn't just there?
Zeus.
I was literally just there 2 weeks ago, and even if I wasn't, though I was, I'd be listening to your story for days.
It's called dramatic effect.
It's called Where's My Skip Button?
Fine. Cue title.
Ubisoft Quebec presents the video game formerly known as Gods and Monsters.
But is now known as Immortals, Fenyx Rising, with Fenyx being the title character of this game. I actually got to play during an online session hosted by Ubisoft.
It is actually pronounced Ubisoft.
The French.
The French. So, this game is inevitably going to be compared to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild because it's a big open world game. You have different skills and abilities. You can glide, you can fight monsters. You go into things called vaults, which are very similar to shrines. They're puzzle based.
Looks like a rift in the ground. Time to jump in and see what's inside.
This mortal has no sense of safety. Jumps right into holes like a rabbit or a tomb.
Zeus! No lawsuits here, please.
Also, there's stamina. But that's kind of what happens when a game becomes really, really popular, like Breath of the Wild. You know, it kind of starts its own genre. Like, there are a lot of games like Grand Theft Auto now. You know, there's Mafia, there's Watch Dogs, there is Saints Row, all sorts of stuff. So, inevitably, there's going to be more and more action, adventure-based, puzzle-based, open-world games. But I tell you, when I played this, it doesn't exactly feel like Breath of the Wild. The combat is much different, even though there are bow and arrow attacks and stuff like that, and special powers and abilities. The combat feels different, and you'll see what I mean as I go along. There are different huge monsters to battle. There is kind of a day and night cycle from what I have determined. I get to play this for a little over 2 hours. You're going to see a few episodes here of different things in the game. This first episode is going to feature a lot of the beginning of this game, at least this demo or early edition that I got to play. I don't quite know what it's referred to as. And keep in mind, it's my first time playing, so if I don't do super well, like parrying or countering or anything like that, they're throwing a whole slew of monsters at me right now. And I didn't know the controls at all. I didn't know, they're on the side there, all the abilities. Look at that, I zoomed into them. And look at that giant hammer. Now, this is all kind of based on Greek mythology. I have a bit of a fact sheet here. And here's what it says. Immortals Fenyx Rising brings grand mythological adventures to life. Play as Fenyx, a new winged demigod, on a quest to save the Greek gods and their home from a dark curse. Take on mythological beasts, master the legendary powers of the gods, and defeat Typhon, the deadliest titan in Greek mythology, in an epic fight for the ages. The fate of the world is at stake, and you are the gods' last hope. Immortals Fenyx Rising is a fresh and witty take on the open-world action-adventure genre, featuring dynamic action, combat, and stories inspired by Greek mythology. Roam freely across a beautiful, stylized world and use extraordinary abilities gifted by the gods against fearsome mythological monsters. Treacherous trials, heroic feats, and the very underworld itself await your bravery. Experience a tale for the ages of gods and monsters and become the legend you were destined to be. Now, I don't know why they changed the title. I asked someone, did not get an answer.
Flesh, which had been frozen into marble, the pomegranate sprung forth defiantly, bursting with life.
A lot of poetry for something they're just going to stick in their mouth.
Isn't that what the best poetry is about?
Maybe so. Well, these things are called vaults. You kind of drop into these areas here, and the ones that I played were puzzle-based, and in the end, once you complete them, you can get Zeus's lightning, which is used for some sort of upgrade. I didn't get too much into all the character upgrade stuff. I was mostly just playing through the game, doing puzzles, defeating monsters, and things like
Where
that.
am I?
Tartarus? She can just jump into the underworld now.
These portals must have opened when Typhon escaped.
So you can just wave away whatever you want with narration. Zeus, a perfect father and husband, approves.
This might be a fantasy game, but even we have limits.
And that's me testing out my abilities, just kind of seeing what I have at my disposal here. And this episode will be edited because there's a lot of time spent on me kind of learning what to do and trying to figure it out. I don't know why they renamed the game to Immortals Fenyx Rising. The title character is named Fenyx. I'm almost wondering if it's going to be like a franchise, like Immortals, like with a different character for another game. I have no clue. I'm speculating here. So this puzzle here, basically you put a lighter box on the feather one and a heavier box on the anvil one, and then you're allowed to move across. And these are simple puzzles, obviously, but sometimes I would just kind of not really know what to do. But this is an introduction to all of like the base mechanics that you have. So you do start off with a whole bunch of abilities, at least in this version of the game that I played. And to me, that seems like, yeah, puzzle complete. So there we go. And these are checkpoints within the vault. And this one as well is pretty straightforward. Now, I wasn't fully sure the controls of this, you know, do a charge throw. I messed up and did like the hammer thing, but it got in the right place anyway. So I was happy with that. I didn't know if I could jump with this. I don't think I could, so I just threw it. Probably threw it too far. I guess I quite risked the, you know, the box would be going off the ledge there. But we've got a lot of ground to cover in this first episode. I'll probably post like 3 different episodes of this. Again, this is not a full playthrough. I did not have access to the full game. But let me know in the comments below if you want me to play this game when it's released. And the information that I have is that it's going to be released December 3rd, 2020. So this year at the end in December. So let me know if you want me to do a full playthrough of this game. You know, be sure to like the video because that's how I'll determine if you guys want me to. I'll look at how many likes it has. If it has a lot, then hey, that's a sure sign that I'll be playing this game in full in December. But let me know, leave a like. This part coming up, you can actually control the arrows a little more precisely by guiding them. So there it is. It's almost like you become the arrow in a way. You get to guide the arrow.
Keep that steady hand, little one, and you might just survive.
Perfect. So of course, a large part of this game is collecting gear and essentially leveling up your character through that way and through other means. And I don't get too much into it, but you do get to see the gear later on. And then this one requires breaking it with an arrow. And it broke into 2 smaller blocks, and you put them on here. And then there you go. This vault has been solved. Now we can go over here and get Zeus's lightning. And I'm sure Prometheus and Zeus might have a little chat again, but this is a pretty cool cutscene coming up. You get to see the character in all of her glory. Wings and all. Very cool. All right. So then we're gonna go on to like a main mission.
So what's Fenyx doing here again?
Relighting Hephaestus' ancient forge. There are furnaces near the entrance, or air vents to the north. Fenyx's pick.
Seems simple enough.
Easy for you to say.
Now, there's a whole map here. During the playthrough, we were limited to just the Forge Lands area. And I don't know if that's going to be the case once the game formally releases, but at least for this little playthrough, this work in progress build, we were limited to just the Forge land. So we have a main mission here to do, and it's basically to light different fires. So let's show you guys a bit of the journey to there. I go ahead and mark like one of these so I know where I'm going for sure. But we're gonna show you a brief bit of the journey there because I do end up fighting some things, and then we're gonna light some fires. And so I do my best with the glide. There we go. The first time I used it, I just dove straight down. But that bird has a very useful attack that I end up using quite a lot. And stamina does become a lot more important in fighting, but it's important now. As you can see, my stamina is draining down. And so stamina is something that, you know, you're just gonna have to wrestle with in this game, for better or worse. And of course, I have stamina potions. At the time, I didn't realize it, so instead I tried to land there. I did land there. Perfect. Perfect. You can also summon a mount, like a horse. So again, a lot of you guys are probably getting a lot of Breath of the Wild vibes. It exists within the same genre. And that's what they said, you know, in their little information sheet here. It's a, what does it say? A fresh and witty take on the open world action adventure genre. So we do some fighting here. A lot of my work is done with arrows. Arrows are completely stamina, or not stamina based, but they have a certain, you have 10 and then they charge up. So it's not something you have to worry about collecting. There's something that builds back up. I just got to attack there. This is cool. This is cool. Boom! Of course, I'm getting attacked at the same time, but... And then he attacks me! He tries to. I'm not 100% sure what I'm playing on. I think I'm playing some sort of a PC build. But I'm using an Xbox controller, so I'm not great at aiming with the controller compared to how I might be aiming with the PC. Anyway, let's get some more of this combat in here, because I kind of want to show you some of the base combat that we start off with. Some of the first enemies that we encounter here. And most of my time is trying to, like, take out these flying things. Boom! It sure is a cool thing. There we go. Now for the lighting the fire part, I might skip around a little bit. There's another beast down here. I don't remember if I just go for him or what. But this is my gameplay. This is actually me doing it. Yeah, that hammer. I love that hammer. And it turned out I thought I got him there. But there we go. Now I got him. All right, let's go light some fires. I'm going to showcase some of the climbing ability here, which I think she starts off with, at least in this build. Everything that I'm saying is like, just keep in mind that it pertains strictly to this build that I played. I don't know if they're going to change the game at all before December, so I don't know if all these abilities will be available or not. But in this build, I can climb, and here it is, the Forge of the Gods. And I just kind of run in there, and I start attacking whatever I see first. I'm just like, heck yes. These are used to craft some of the potions. The things I just picked up. I love that hammer.
Upon something so grand, so gargantuan, so spectacularly crafted, so...
It's like a steampunk type of thing. And if it seems like my attacks are a little repetitive, you know, if it's working, you know, why stop? See, a lot of enemies seem like they get stunned. I did a...
Just get a room already.
Yeah, I did a double hammer right there. That was so
Well,
cool.
I would if I could. Hephaestus' forge is that incredible.
Got some more mushrooms and stuff like that to make potions with. And golden amber to upgrade the potency of my potions, which I don't think I got into. Alright, these like statue things are corrupted with some sort of material. And I already broke stuff off of that statue, and then there's stuff kind of blocking the furnace. And there are 4 furnaces in the area, and you have to ignite them with coal. Well, here's a big pile of coal, but you actually have to get these coal blocks here, which I can actually pick up and place in the section. And this is like the first like mission that we're doing here. So once that stuff's out of the way, you put the coal in there and then light it on fire. And you're like, well, how do I light it on fire? Well, you see there's a guy holding a fire. I attempt to climb for some reason here. But there's like a statue holding a fire. I think I was just testing the mechanics of the climbing here. And you gotta shoot an arrow through it in order to land it in. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just testing my climbing ability. I guess. Oof, and I took fall damage there. Okay, so let's put the coal in. You can throw it in. I'm a little sloppy with it, so I think I just decided to walk it in. Yeah. I'm doing the voiceover a good while after I actually recorded the footage of this, so yeah, there it is. And then fire arrows. Shoot arrows through the flame and then ignite them to light other braziers. Is that how you say that word? And I kind of realized that the angle is going to be a little odd here. Like I can't turn it quickly. And so this is my smart thinking. I just shoot it and then loop it around like it's an airplane. Lit it. I lit it.
He's not all that.
Not all good either, huh? So the other three furnaces are very similar. You clear out the enemies in front of them. You find coal. You put them in. You light it with fire arrows. Pretty similar. We're stressed on time here, so I'm going to skip the other three, and we're going to move on to what happens afterwards. I just love taking out guys with that with that ability, man. That's awesome. This was the fourth and final forge that I had to light for the Light My Fire quest.
Okay, I get the picture. She's our hero. Can we skip forward?
Fine. There's a good part coming up. To the forge.
Yes, to the forge for the boss fight, but first I got a new weapon, the Inferno weapon, which looks pretty cool. It actually helps my stamina when I get a sword combo. You can check out the abilities of your armor and weapons here. If you happen to like the look of another weapon, you can actually just switch to the other weapon's look while keeping the same ability. I'm just going to keep the ability and the look because I like both. And then it's about time to fight a boss. My very first boss in this game, Immortals Fenyx Rising. And this is some pretty cool footage. So let's check this out. And there she is right there, Fenyx. Going up against this big bald dude. Here we go. I'm not sure what his name is. The Clanking Automation Lieutenant. And basically, I try to do my best to avoid him, and then when he gives me an opening, just kind of go for the hammers. Or my regular attacks. And he does a lot of damage to me. I haven't quite figured out how to parry perfectly. There is a way to parry and dodge pretty well, do perfect dodges, like, you know, parries that are spot on. I keep getting hit by these lasers, or whatever they are. There's my bird attack. I forget what it's called, but that bird attack is awesome. As you can see, my health is at the bottom, and I just use a potion to heal. There are other potions too. I don't remember if I use them or not, but one of them is to take less damage, and one of them is to give more damage, and then the one on the right is the stamina potion, which can replenish my stamina when things get really rough for me. This Clanking Automation Lieutenant is almost down for the count. That bird attacking him is just absolutely hilarious to me. Because it also drops stamina, which is good for me. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. There we go. Awesome. Well, that is it, guys.
Through your help, Fenyx restored power to the forge as Hephaestus' workshop came roaring back to life.
Translation. Everyone can go home happy.
That's why.
Uh-oh.
You are fools to think I was so easily conquered. Come, mortal, and face your real past. Me!
There it is, Typhon, the deadliest Titan.
Wait, how much
more of these stories? A lot. So send Hermes out for delivery, because we aren't going anywhere.
And then basically, Typhon has made this whole area angry. And occasionally he'll get angry and rain down attacks on you in the open world. But that's about all the footage I have to show you today. I got new gear as well. But if you want to see more, there will be more from my gameplay session. Of course, this game comes out at the end of the year, December 3rd, 2020. If you want me to play this game in full once it comes out, be sure to like this video, leave a comment letting me know. I'm going to mess with my gear, and I'll be back for some more. We got more vaults, we got more fights. What do you want to see? Let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. I'm Zack Scott. Subscribe if you have not. If you like this video and want to help the channel grow, all you got to do is click the like button below. Thank you so much for watching. You can now join on YouTube and become an official member of ZackScottGames. And if you want cool shirts like this, visit ZackScott.shop. Come back next time for more.